What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, aka the future class of video games, aka the OK Beast Blessing Adeoye Jr.
I love what you did there because you made it seem like it was gonna be Tim, because usually it's Tim on this podcast,
Yeah.
and not me. But what's up,
Well,
everybody?
people have called me on it before, with because I do that big pause there, and that is definitely I've said in the past, Blessing. That is why I pause there. It is definitely the gears grinding in my head of being like,
trying to figure out which of the
what is the other.
names.
It's the future class. That's just such a nebulous title for me. I want to jump right to OK Beast, and I stop myself and I go back and I get it. But yeah, happy to have you on this podcast, sir. How are you today?
Happy to be here. I'm sure this is like my third or fourth time on the Kinda Funny podcast.
Sure, but that's still rare. And like, what, you've been here 5-6 years?
Yeah, no, there's something about that. Yeah, like it's weird because as I was sitting down to do this podcast, I was like, dude, I don't even know how to be on the Kinda Funny podcast. That's how not often I'm usually on the KF. Usually when I'm on this side of YouTube.com/kindafunny, it's for like screencast or in review or something that like I feel more equipped for.
I feel like even those are rare too, right? Though, like we don't use you on Kinda Funny a lot.
No, not really. I feel like a lot of people would say that I'm underused actually. That's it. That's not. There's not a punchline after that.
I was letting it go. Are you leading into the KFW bit, or are you? Is that how you just in general feel? I'm like,
I am the main event. Damn it.
How'd you like today, huh? Man, you got you.
I actually. So sadly, I didn't get to watch a lot of it because we had our next gen podcast, our Patreon exclusive gold member.
Hey, that's one of the things you do Kinda Funny Prime for, you know.
Patreon.com/kindafunny. Go get it.
And that's essentially just the Kinda Funny podcast, but just with you, me, and Roger.
Yeah, so like I sadly I missed a lot of KFW, but I heard that I was being held back a lot by Alana Pierce, which I was surprised by when I was told that. I was like, damn, really?
We'll get you out from underneath that, and we'll see what happens with Johnny Ace. You know, maybe we'll see what.
Yeah, I'm sure a one-on-one with Johnny Ace would be a little bit more just illuminating of a match. You know?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like the drop kick to the face is a strong message for how that would go.
End his career, please.
Oh, that's what I plan to do. He's not coming back after
please.
And then he's the Hispanic heartthrob, Texas Street, Latino Heat, clicking heads and ripping them to shreds. The Globe Trotting, head-shotting from Nitro Rifle from Twitch.tv, Andy Cortez.
You and Tim do that every once in a while. You forget like the Nitro Rifle in the intro.
It's weird. I don't know what it is. It's the cadence that makes me feel like I should get there, but then you know.
That's fair.
It's weird.
Fair. I'm really sore right now. Over the weekend.
You work out? Fall down the stairs, get kicked by a horse, kicked by a mule, trip walking. Went to Walgreens, got stabbed.
Got kicked by a mule down the stairs.
At Walgreens.
On the way to CVS where I got stabbed. Yeah.
And then the mule was the one who stabbed him.
Yeah. Knives on his hips. Just kind of stabbed me and knocked me out. This whole weekend was a lot of meta questing. Since Greg was able to get us some Meta Quest 2s.
Yeah.
And usually a product I probably would not have purchased, to be honest with you. Like I know that they're out there, and I know that they're probably the best bargain and the most convenient because of their little them requiring such little setup, right? It's just you just need a room and you have the device and that's it. And
you don't want to put money in Mark Zuckerberg's pockets though.
Exactly, Bless. And that was kind of my thing too, but it's like if I'm getting a free one, sure, why not? And I messed with that boxing game quite a bit.
Oh.
There's like one, and by the boxing game, like the only one probably, I'm sure. It was one that had pretty high ratings, and I am very sore. I'm very sore. I'm working my way up the circuit though. I just beat the short, fast Mexican dude, and now I believe I'm about to fight a Japanese guy. And
is this Punch Out? This sounds like Punch Out.
This sounds like Punch Out. Like very like.
It's almost like Punch Out. It's almost like Punch Out.
Andy, I looked up Oculus Quest 2 boxing VR game, and there's a video that says top 5 VR games in Oculus Quest 2. So yeah, you're gonna have to be a little more specific about what boxing game you're playing.
I mean, it's like the boxing game. I feel like it's the only one that I saw that was in the featured area. But you start off and it's
VR.
It's like you start off in a ring and you just got like your shitty like kind of they set it up to where you're building up a career, right? And you're in a ring and it's like a training gym and there's just kind of people watching around like kind of just super stiff looking at you. Okay. But the most recent fight I fought was inside of like an actual like my first kind of event area where the last 4 fights were all just in this gymnasium. This is the first one that I was like, oh, wow, the lights are like, I got the lights shining on me. There's people taking photos in the crowd. I'm looking at my trainer. My trainer just like gives me a thumbs up every once in a while. And like, When I tell you that I am legitimately sore, like this, I had first done it, I think, Friday night, and it fucked me up. And then I took like a day off, and then I did it again.
Is this it?
Saturday. No, Manny Pacquiao's not in it. I don't believe. No,
Is it the Creed one? Because I know the Creed one is popular.
no,
Creed,
it's
Rise
not
to
the
Glory.
Creed one. It's not the Creed one.
There are a lot of VR boxing
Okay,
games.
Here's my
I think
question about it.
It's not
Are
the
you
VR
sure you-
boxing VR game if there's so many that we're finding before the one you like.
It's
Are
the one
you
that has the highest ratings. I know that.
Are you sore from getting a good workout, or do you think having no form? Like, you know what I mean? You have to have form for some of this stuff and build up those. Like,
I have great
forms.
form. Actually, I have
Okay.
great form, Greg. But I think a lot of it is just these are muscle groups that I never ever work out.
sure.
I like suddenly like I'm doing this a lot. I'm doing this move to hit because when you hit
Those
them in the
lower uppercuts.
stomach enough, they'll like guard that, and then you go for the face shots, and like I am legitimately sore as fuck. And the last dude doing
Hold
a
on,
lot
hold
of
on, hold on.
dodges. Doing a lot of dodges. Do you
I'm
want me
gonna
to get the-
I put in boxing on the Quest store. All right, here's what I got for you.
Yeah.
Fit XR, boxing, hit, and dance workouts.
Yeah, I love FitXR. It's probably not
No.
FitXR because that's more of a
Light
workout
boxer.
program.
LITE boxer.
No, I don't think so.
Thrill of the fight.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I see that there's people in the crowd here on the little thing I'm mousing over.
Let me get the device. Hold on.
Well, he's gonna have to put it on. It's not like you can just easily check it.
Yeah, I
You
think
gonna
he's.
put it on?
I think he's planning to put it on.
Oh my god.
Video viewers are getting a treat right now. Is it like so? He was showing us some of the boxing form, and I was actually pretty impressed by how on point some of his boxing
Sure.
was looking just now.
Okay.
Oh, it says
Like-
the controllers aren't connected. Hold on,
Oh,
I gotta get the
Jesus,
controllers.
God.
One second.
Andy,
This
it's
guy
not
always-
worth it. Just Andy, just
It's
put
almost
the
like there's only two of us on the podcast.
Thrilling audio
when he
content
leaves.
for everybody. One second.
you know,
This
you
is
want
a
to-
regular
I don't
kind of funny
have my
podcast.
headphones on.
I'm pretty sure it's just thrill of
Let's
fight. I
keep
think
talking.
it's
Tracking
done.
loss. That's
I
fine.
think it's- okay.
I could like
We
just
could
bring
just
up
have
this
Barrett
gameplay.
bring
and
up
yeah,
gameplay.
like
That would there would have been another way to do it, Barrett.
yeah.
Thrill of the fight.
Thrill of the fight, everybody.
it?
It was thrill of the
Yep,
fight.
yep, exactly.
We also had on the list here to go down Knockout League, Creed Rise to Glory, and Les Mills Body Combat, which
Les
I thought for a second
Mills.
was body count. I was like, fuck, Jesus, they're really out there to kill some people.
I have a friend of there's a friend of mine who worked on the Creed game.
Sure. Michael B. Jordan.
So I just know that Creed game like reviewed really poorly.
Sure.
Because
friend
like
of-
I feel like it is promoted a lot in VR stuff. Like I've had the MetaQuest 1. Every single time I put that on and go to the store, Creed Rise to Glory is always on the front page. I'm shocked
Yeah.
that it's not. If it wouldn't have spectacular reviews in that case.
Yeah,
I
this
like
one
that for a
had
second that you said put it on, go to the store, and I could see you like putting it on, and, like going to Target or whatever.
this definitely
You
had a
don't wanna
higher.
see yes.
I just feel it all
Knocking
right
Andy
here,
downstairs.
y'all.
Yeah, well, when I was doing Supernatural, and I did Supernatural for a good long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be sore as hell,
Yeah.
especially
That's
like
me with Beat
when I
Saber.
was first getting going.
I put on. So I've not played Beat Saber in a while,
Yeah.
except for a few weeks ago. I might have broken the law, and I might have modded Beat Saber and played with songs that might not be available on regular Beat Saber. I might have gone through that rabbit hole, and so when
Now,
I did,
first off,
Mhm.
with all due respect, that isn't on you. All right, that's on Meta to figure out. Because if I can play it on the PC, right, you can do that. You can download song packs, and the people are creating shit, and it's like supported, right?
no, I think it's all modded.
But
I
how
think
do you get that on your headset?
What was that, Andy?
How do you get that on your headset?
There's programs you can
Like
download.
just USB types, like connect.
Yeah, no, like you USB your Oculus, your Quest to your PC,
Okay.
and on PC there is a program that you can download that is basically, hey, here's how to mod Quest stuff. Like you
And
can
this is
basically
all
drag and drop.
hypothetical, you know.
It's all hypothetical and alleged, right? Allegedly, you can get an app on
Who
your
would
PC
be mad about this? You
that
know?
like
Yeah,
Mark Zuckerberg?
gamers
Yeah,
out there,
Zuckerberg.
gamers will
Zuckerberg
go.
doesn't give a flying fuck about it.
No, but it's gamers. It's gamers because I remember one episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily. We talked about old mods and emulators, and then people were like, "Y'all shouldn't be emulating stuff and this and that." To which I completely agree.
Tomorrow's episode of the Blessing Show, let me tell you. But yeah, no, like whenever I boot up Beat Saber now on my old Quest, it pops up with a thing that's like, hope you're not being naughty, and I'm like, oh, trust me, I'm
No.
not. And then I go into the game anyway, and I play Nice for What by Drake, and that song is not officially in Beat Saber, but it's one that I play. But when I played it, like the day after, and this is only after maybe 15 to 20 minutes of playing Beat Saber, I woke up the day after, and these joints right here, this joint right here
Feeling
was
it?
sore. Yeah, I was
yeah,
feeling it.
oh,
a lot.
yeah.
Let me tell
And
you.
see, when that happens, now granted, I want you to tell me, Andy. But when that happens to me when I'm doing it, my first concern isn't man, I really got to go to workout. My first is, am I doing this wrong? And I'm going to develop some debilitating injury. You know what I mean?
No. I mean,
Well, I just to be safe, I just stop exercising. I just don't do it.
that's probably the safe call. Yeah.
Sorry, Andy, you were going to say, let me tell you about it.
Well, let me tell you, like, if you all download Thrill the Fight and play 2 matches, just do 2 matches, and I think there are 3 rounds each, 3 minutes each round. It goes by like that. It goes by insanely fast, and by the time you're done, you will be drenched. And which I'm kind of worried about with the quest because I'm like I'm all sweaty, so I'm trying to.
For the record, too, you can buy Quest plugin like workout masks. I did that when I was super into Supernatural. I got those.
Oh, okay, that's smart. I might have to do that.
Yeah, because I was doing the same thing where it's like because it's like that fabricy one. Like this is a more like for Quest 1 it was. I still haven't done workout stuff for Quest 2. But then I bought like the more like plasticky. They're still cushiony as hell, but they wipe much easier.
I'm issuing this challenge to both of you to do 1, if not 2
rounds of
and just
the fight. Okay.
Yeah, because the next day you'll be a little sore, and then the second day soreness is always the worst.
I mean, I just think that's a great post show content. We both have my quests right there.
Yeah, I can probably pick up my quest. I can.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't have room here.
And download it.
Well, you've already done it. You can narrate. Well, we'll do like commentate stations.
Okay.
So like I'll go first and I'll step back and I'll do it, and you and Bless can talk while I do it.
Oh, and maybe face each other so it looks like y'all are boxing each other.
Well, not because I think we just do it one at a time. That way, you have a partner to bounce commentary off of.
Also, is it online? Can we actually box each other?
Because
I don't think so.
You can beat Greg's ass. Wow.
I don't think so. But something that I really loved, and it's something that I saw on TikTok, and it was like, it was a MetaQuest game where this sounds like a MetaQuest ad, not sponsored. There was a TikTok video that I saw of a golf game I ended up getting on the Quest, and it was this woman recording her like husband or boyfriend playing golf with his friends in VR. And he was just hanging, like, he just has the headset on. He's got a drink in his hand with the fucking, like, controller in his right hand. He's like, no. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Like, he's just, like, talking shit with his friends out on the course. And it just looked like the dream. I just want to play golf in VR. It looks so much fun.
I love hearing you talk about these games that you're getting that are, like, the most basic. Oh, yeah, man, I got boxing VR, and now I'm playing golf VR. And it's funny because I also got my MetaQuest 2.
Things that you could go do in real life.
Like, one, there are things that you can do in real life, but also it's because I think it's very evident of where VR is at. Where like
the
you go in,
non-licensed generic nature
it's all like so generic, like like when I got my MetaQuest 2, like because I got it at the same time as you, I came home and immediately downloaded a badminton game that I saw in the store. I was like, oh, this badminton VR game looks fun. Like,
and it's like,
meanwhile,
it's like Jerry Michaels fucking badminton 2022.
It's like half the time it doesn't even have a name attached. Half the time it's just called badminton VR, and I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll play that. That sounds fun.
Garrett Anderson's Golf 2020 2K22. It's like I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's some golfer. It's not Tiger Woods,
Are you excited about your MetaQuest? I know this isn't I feel like we're getting to Gamescast territory, but I feel like it's also still a fun thing to talk about. Are you into your MetaQuest? Is that what the show is? You just talk about whatever? You just talk about video games?
We come out, we hang out, we catch up with each other.
You have a whole channel for that. But like I got my MetaQuest 2, came home, and didn't turn it on for like 2 days. And maybe that's because I already had a Quest 1 and I've used the hell out of my Quest 1, so I just didn't have like the desire or like a software to immediately pull me in. But like for you, are you like, oh fuck yeah, VR, I'm gonna play everything here?
I was very excited because I haven't touched anything VR related in a long ass time. I think the last time I did was back at the studio when I was falling in love in Hot Shots Golf on PSVR.
Yeah.
Finding a woman that understands my needs and my wants, and also playing golf, and that was really fun on the PSVR. But then the MetaQuest 2 came in, and I hadn't touched. Back in the day, I had the stupid little Samsung Galaxy VR thing that you just put your phone into.
Yeah.
And that was like novel, and it was like, oh my god, there's a dinosaur and there's a galaxy. But those are the only experiences worth looking at because nothing else ever controlled well enough. But this thing is just like really damn impressive.
Oh, dude, I think Blessing. I think you and I are in a different boat because we had Quest 1, where it's like,
That's
okay,
exactly
cool. Here's this thing, and it's more stuff, but it's the same library of games, right? So it's just like, all right. Like for me, whenever Moss Book 2 comes to it, I'll pop in right away. Like I said, I fell off the supernatural thing for it, but like I'd love to get back to that. But this is I got the Peloton too. Like I got a whole bunch of.
Best thing is I have Ring Fit Adventure, which I think for me has become the ideal workout game, and so I don't really have the desire to get back to Supernatural or even Fit XR. But also, the thing I found recently is that even though I've been doing Ring Fit, I do like how Beat Saber kind of supplements it, because it does get boring after a while waking up doing the same workouts over and over
Squat
again.
exercises to chase the monster or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, and like Ring Fit really leans into the squat exercises, and I get a little bit tired of that day after day after day.
So much, yeah.
Yeah,
but
so,
your
like,
ass though, dude, it looks so great. You know,
dude, my ass looks incredible lately, and so like that is a blessing. But also like this game really hates my quads, and so now I will bust out Beat Saber every now and then just so I can get more arm workouts in there to balance it. But like that's the thing for VR for me, is that I feel like for any VR experience that I can find in here, there's usually going to be something that I can find on another platform that's gonna be better, right? Like if I want to play tennis, it's like I'd rather play tennis on like from Switch Sports, or just download a tennis game. Or if I'm gonna do boxing, I mean, maybe boxing VR is actually more fun because they don't have it in Wii. But generally, I feel like I can find better options elsewhere.
I just kind of miss the genuine, I guess the really good 1-for-1 sports simulation. When I think of like playing Mario Golf back in the day, or playing Tiger Woods golf on.
So wait,
Wii.
are you now separating yourself from VR? You're saying in general you miss the sports sim?
No, I think touching the golf game on VR was like, oh man, I kind of miss having this golf experience. I miss playing golf in this way with friends, and like I would purposely leave the club head open a lot, and it would slice around. I was like, oh man, I miss having this, because like.
Oh, you mean really playing sports?
No, just playing a video, like playing a really good video game. Because I think of like, obviously playing a golf game with motion controls on Switch is going to be very not 1-for-1. It's going to be just very kind of hop in, have fun, just swing the fucking thing. And as long as you swing it, you're going to hit the ball. It just felt really accurate when I was playing the Quest earlier. And I just kind of, I don't know, I miss that experience. I miss playing sports in that way. Unfortunately, there's no basketball game, and that I'd never have to leave my apartment.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
It's not a basketball game? Not even like a 3-point shooter?
No, not that I saw.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a multi-sport type thing, similar to like a Switch Sports Resort or Wii Sports Resort. But I mean, I didn't see, I don't know.
Andy, that sounds like, we just got the market cornered. That seems like we get in there, we make some money.
Everybody knows that VR games are easy to make.
100%. I mean, also, like, and look at some of the crap you've played and enjoyed, right? Like, think about it now. Like, that's how low the bar is. When I search basketball, the two things that pop up are Horizon Ventures or Horizon Venues. That looks weird. And then Sports Scramble, Andy.
Sports Scramble sounds like such bullshit.
Really? I was going to say Sports Scramble sounds like something I can get behind.
Welcome to Sports Scramble, developed by Armature, exclusively for the untethered freedom of Oculus Quest. Take your favorite sports and mix them together. Play tennis with a golf club. Bowl a strike with a basketball. Smash a home run with a hockey stick. Each of the three main sports, tennis, bowling, and baseball, has their own single-player training, quick play, and challenge modes. And don't forget to go online and compete against others in Sports Scramblers.
This woman is bowling with a pineapple is stupid.
Yeah,
I sports need to be taken serious.
Because you know what, Andy? At the same time, there's like surprisingly very little like good tennis games out there right now too. Or at least when I was like really messing around with my Oculus, because I think this is what I downloaded to be able to play some sort of tennis game, and I was like. I played it for like 15 minutes. I was like, all right, this sucks.
This is not the experience.
And I think it was like one of the last times I've touched it.
Back to Blessing's point, I searched tennis on this, right? First person tennis, the real tennis simulator is the first result on it. Then it's all table tennis from there.
Yeah, like I when we played like I'm super pissed at the Switch, what's the fucking Switch game called?
Switch Sports?
Yeah, Switch Sports. I hate that you can't do real doubles. It's only just 1v1 and you control both characters. It's I don't know. It's just like these people aren't taking the sports landscape as serious as they need to be, Greg. And
it's a bummer.
I'm tired of them. Yeah.
Back in the day, even with Wii Sports had a great baseball game. Like I remember spending so much time trying to get better get better than friends at that game and go back and forth and like be like, yo, no man, you can't mess with my serves, right? Like you would practice doing the curves, practice doing the different types of pitches, and yet like I don't know, man. I feel like games aren't doing it like that anymore. At least like for the basic sports game titles.
They're not. They're absolutely not. It's bullshit.
This is what we could do. This could be the next. This could be the next moneymaker. Kind of funny. We make the VR sports game.
Did you know that's what we were trying to do at Rooster Teeth, Greg?
Make the VR
before they moved into that one game that like did nothing. Like
yeah,
we were. Well, I guess we were gonna try to develop them in tandem, but me and my homie Brian were so into sports and throwing the ball at the wall and bouncing it into a hoop. Like we did that so much at work just to fuck around. And we had that game called Chair Ball where you would bounce it off the ground and try to sit it on the chair and not have it bounce out of the chair, like the seat of the chair. And we just did a bunch of stupid shit and we're like, let's recreate this in VR. Like this is like, it's such dumb, easy fun. And it went nowhere. But now we could really take this to the next level.
Do you still have those files, Andy? Is it as easy as we just, kick you, I don't know, a couple $100 and then there you go. We're in the business.
I have a notepad file with at least 7 lines written down, maybe.
See, this is where it gets interesting, gentlemen, because as you know, before we went live, we came in here and sat down, and then I think it was Blessing said, "Is Nick not on this?" And I said, "No, Nick's on this." And the Friday meeting, Tim's off today. And then Blessing's like, "Well, no, he's not on this." And then I think him and Kevin are in a meeting. And then I went over to that meeting and I was like, "Are you not in this?" He's like, "No, we changed it on Friday." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then of course Barrett confirmed that they changed it on Friday, not during the meeting. I'm not wrong; they were wrong, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
I was originally going to come in here and be like, "Who do we want to get? We're live. We're flying by the seat of our pants. We're not doing that thing." Remember, this was a big thing I don't know, during COVID, right? Of like, you remember this? Andy was one of your people, a sports person who's like, "Who's the biggest name we can get on in our Zoom call?" And they kept like dominoing it.
I think that was the PAX panel that I hosted with you. Said
that was you guys ripped that off. You guys ripped it off
from Katie Nolan. Yeah,
I thought it was original.
I'm sure you did. Just like the Bless Who is the greatest game show ever.
Also,
after
kind of beauty, definitely not
Steve
a
Harvey. Don't worry about it. Right?
Never worried about it. And I was going to come to you guys and say, who do we want to get? Who do we want to try to get in here right now? Okay. You know what I mean? And we, it's one of those, we can shoot our shots and we could go for a Steve Harvey. He'll never come. You know what I mean? Or do we just go for Rolodex? I think we could get Steve Harvey on this show.
Of course we could. Yeah.
But it's like, I don't think it's like, he's not so dialed into Twitter that we could get him right now. You know what I mean? Like where I'm saying like right now, who could we get in here? And so now, because do we want to try to get a VR developer in here? Somebody we pitch this to and like, listen, stop what you're trying to do and just make a fucking chairball game. That sounds easier and fun. You know?
You have a VR developer you have access to that you can get into the show right now?
I mean, we know lots of developers, so it's like pretty easy. Like we could think it out. And then, and that's the other thing too. If we go big, we get a Kojima in here and then we pitch him. Like it's going to be, he's going to have more.
Steve Harvey is an easier get than Kojima.
Oh, no way. Hideo, okay. We can get Hideo. Yeah, sorry.
Did you really send Kojima the
Porty shirt? Yeah, sure did.
That's cool.
Yeah, hopefully he puts it up as a photo one day. Because if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, we did stuff on patreon.com/kindafunny, like the platinum item that Andy did last month. That was the Porty Foxhound shirt. It was amazing. And you can get it there. And speaking of all that stuff, remember, this is the Kinda Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather around this table, each coming to hang out with each other. If you want to hang out with us and shoot this shit, no big deal. You can go to patreon.com/kindafunny where you can get the cool platinum items and all that jazz. You can get your names read. But most importantly for this show, or right now, you could go get the cool Top Gun shirt that you're seeing right there. But most importantly for this show, of course, you can go to patreon.com/kindafunny to watch the show live, just like Melissa Hagler is, Keegan Hill is, and Cameron Kennedy are. If you're watching live, of course, there's no special job. Just hang out and have a good time. Maybe pour yourself a cocktail. Remember, you get the show ad-free and you get it with the exclusive post show where we'll play this boxing game and see how tired we are each and every week. However, if you have no bucks, toss our way on patreon.com/kindafunny. It's no big deal. You can get each and every episode of the Kinda Funny podcast over on youtube.com/kindafunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe each and every week. Of course, you have to listen to the ads. Of course, you don't get the post show. Of course. Well, I eventually want to get a screenshot of Blessing doing this because the gamers have come in, ruined the Kinda Funny podcast. Nick's gonna be so mad. He's stupid. You can do all that stuff, like I said, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, remember, if you want to help us out, you could use the Epic Creator Code Kinda Funny when you're playing your video games. Maybe you're playing that new Fortnite on your PlayStation, your Switch. It doesn't have to be on the Epic Game Store, wherever you are. If you use the creator code Kinda Funny, helps us out. What?
It doesn't have to be on your Epic.
That's what I said, right?
Creator code. Yeah, I'm just backing you up.
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. I thought you
Doesn't have to
corrected me.
be.
I get corrected a lot, Housekeeping for you. Guess what? It is a huge week of kind of funny content. Of course, the games crew is reacting to SGF Summer Game Fest on Thursday and then going to LA to play a bunch of games and hang out down there. But if that wasn't enough, and kind of funny is more your speed as the non-gaming side. Sorry about this episode so far. Remember, Ms. Marvel, Obi-Wan, and the boys are all out this week, and we are reacting. You can catch those screencasts as they pop off, usually the day after the posting, so you can get them, or I guess the morning of, depending on how you look at it or whatever. But you know what I mean. Obi-Wan goes live at midnight. Then you got
Boys.
Ms. Marvel.
That's a show.
The boys, right?
That's a
I've only
goddamn
seen.
show.
So I was watching over the weekend, finished episode 2, and I was like, whoa, what a cliffhanger! And then it kept going, and I was like, wait, episode 3 is already out. That coming back to I didn't realize that was such a treat. I still haven't
they
seen
always
it.
do for Amazon shows like The Boys. They always do the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just gonna be the first 2, and so when I saw
it's
the
been
third
like
episode, I was
3
like,
years
oh boy.
since.
Yeah, like the last Amazon show I watched was probably also The Boys. Actually, it was Invincible, which
Invincible,
yeah, it's been a while.
yeah, hell yeah. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Anonymous, Nathan Lamoth, Delaney Twinning, Pargod Getting Married, June 10th Sing, Gordon McGuire, Fargo Brady. Today we're brought to you by Me Undies and Chime, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, Andy, who are you thinking we try to get on the show? We could swing. I mean, because you figure who's making VR
Reggie?
stuff or has the ability to make VR stuff. You say Reggie?
Yeah,
Reggie, yeah, he knows people, but he's out of the game now, right? Like he's doing his own thing.
it's out of the game.
Phil Spencer.
I
he's
wanted
not
to just
making
bring up
VR
really
stuff.
quickly that over the weekend I had I got involved in some drama.
I didn't know about this. Please tell me about it.
Oh,
I got involved in some drama. Yeah, that's it.
No, you got to tell me the drama now. You can't just say I got involved in some drama and not say what it is.
Got involved in some drama over the weekend with some ASMR content creators.
Whoa.
It's a dog world out there in the ASMR community. And I got caught up in the middle of it.
how did this start?
So there's an ASMR artist is what we call them in the community. And it was her birthday. And she kept on talking about how it was her birthday. And I followed her, and I think because she saw I had a big follower count, she followed me back on Instagram. And this woman, her birthday's coming up, she's excited, and she starts DMing people, hey, it's my birthday, what are you gonna send me? Stuff like that. You thinking of sending me a big tip or a big, like, because if you watch ASMR on TikTok, think of Twitch when people send Twitch bits, but in TikTok, they're not bits, they're like all sorts of weird shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like what stickers and shit like that.
I could send you a dragon, and the dragon's worth like I don't know how much dollars. I could send you like a little sunglasses that'll pop up on your head, and that's worth I don't know how much dollars. But she was like, "Hey, are you gonna send me a something?" Like, she sent me
Giraffe?
She mentioned some let's say giraffe, and I was like, I don't know what a giraffe is. I don't really know, but I
You
thought
don't know
it
what a
was
giraffe is.
Well, I didn't know what that meant in terms of like TikTok currency, you know.
Girl wanted a giraffe. Just give her a giraffe.
But everybody knows that I do like to pay my content creators. It's why, like, whenever people talk about OnlyFans and shun OnlyFans, it's like, no, get that money. I'm going to give you my money because you deserve you deserve money for the work that you're doing, right? And this ASM artist, I think I've paid her like maybe $5 over the last 2, like not that much, right? But it's still something.
As a full stop to the story, as just a quick aside to Blessing, my friend here, I have no idea where this story is going for the record.
I know.
I'm really scared.
I didn't know where it was starting, honestly.
Well,
I didn't see any weird tweets or Instagrams from Andy, so I don't know if there was a bit he did over the weekend that we're playing into, or if this is what's about to happen.
Well, I didn't tweet or talk about anything because she ended up following me on Instagram, so I felt very awkward about all of this.
and this is to be clear, this is going down in your DMs that she's asking about the
These are
giraffe.
Instagram DMs,
Wow.
yes.
So I feel like at that point, I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with this person. Because, like, I follow her and she DMs me and is like, where's my giraffe? I'm like, bro, it's Instagram. It's not a paid platform.
So yeah, I love you, Andy, and I love
We'll get there.
I love your. Can I get a recap?
Okay.
So like, you follow an ASMR artist, and you.
I did follow. I unfollowed. I'm very scared. I got very scared. I didn't want to be pulled into the drama. It was very worrisome. All right. I followed her on Instagram, and whenever you follow somebody on Instagram, it'll show you like I think she followed back because she saw how many followers I have.
Sure.
So she followed me back.
And you
then
found this woman through TikTok.
Yes.
You follow her on TikTok, you like, and she does the whole like, they put the marbles in your thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do this real cool thing where they have like little water globes, and they turn them. They go.
Okay, so I get you. So you see that you're like this. I like what I'm seeing here. You follow her on Instagram. She
I like what
follows
I'm
you
hearing
back
here.
and then DMs you.
Now, so I still have two questions. One,
Okay.
how do I up my Instagram follower count?
Oh my fucking god!
Good
I
question.
like I don't when I first joined KindaFunny, I think I fucked up, right? And I wasn't being that active on Instagram, and so my numbers just never went up like that. Whereas on Twitter, like I was able to get a good Twitter follower count, but on Instagram, I'm out here, looking like a normie. I have a very regular follower account. How do I get those up? If you're listening right now, follow me on Instagram. Two, were you always into ASMR? I didn't know this about you. I didn't know you were an ASMR stan.
I've been an ASMR fan for probably about 6 years now, and I think it all started with. Let's get back to the root of it all. This all started with the.
I mean, no, just to get to, like blessings. How do I get bigger on Instagram? The last thing you posted on Instagram is from 5 weeks ago. Post on Instagram. Use Instagram. If you don't use it, why would anyone fucking know
just
to follow
anything,
you?
Literally anything. Just post anything.
5 weeks ago.
Look at
6
Greg's
weeks
feed.
ago.
Greg
6
takes
weeks
pictures
ago.
of
7 weeks
anything,
ago.
Just do
It's a good
anything.
Yeah, but like
question
nobody
you
wants
have,
to
though,
see
Blessing.
that stuff. Like nobody wants to see me.
They want to see something. They want to see content.
If I'm at home for like 5 weeks straight because we're still in a pandemic, I'm not just gonna take random pictures of
Every
my wall.
day, you make at least 1
I don't have
hour
a
of
family.
video content. Something interesting has to happen there for you to break out and put out.
So you want me to promote the company with my own personal Instagram.
I didn't say anything about that. I'm saying you promote what you do is funny shit on there.
I'll tell you how you'll pop off with the content. If you ever get that breakout made of when you got super drunk during the Resident Evil playthrough on stream, KindaFunny posts that. Barrett sends you an Instagram collaboration.
Oh, but here's the thing, Andy. I send Blessing that Instagram collaboration, and you want to know what the response is? Oh, my family follows me, and I swore in this, so I'm not going to accept this Instagram collaboration. So you can't have it both ways, Blessing. You can't be like, oh, please follow me, and then be like, no, here's this big opportunity of an Instagram collaboration of this fucking hilarious clip out, and you say no to it. You say
I'm looking at my own Instagram right now, right? I have the Severance TikTok on there. I got when you click them, it doesn't take me to the thing. I got multiple TikToks on here from that were co-posted by KindaFunny. It was the one time where I said the bad cuss words.
Yeah.
That I was like, I don't know if I want my mom to see this.
And that would have been the clip. That would have gotten you some fucking followers,
That would have gotten.
No, like I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 co-posts.
All right, I'm going to look through those co-posts. I'm going to see what the most successful one is compared to this one where you get lost in Resident Evil while you're...
Because I even have the ice cream thing on here. And that was very graphic. And I said yes to that. But sorry, continue, Andy.
All right, anyway. Let's see here. So yeah, big drama, everybody.
So she wants the giraffe, and what do you say to her?
I said, I don't even know what a giraffe is because I don't know anything about TikTok currency or anything like that. But sure, I'll send you something. And I did think it was kind of weird that I was asked. I didn't say anything though. I'm not.
Because that's like you messaging a KindaFunny audience member, being like, "Yo, I know you follow me on Twitch. Like, are you gonna sub?"
Yo, what's up? Yeah, and not even like, "Yo, where's that Prime sub?" Just like, "Hey, you're gonna give 5 subs today or something?" It's my birthday. Like, it's kind of weird, right? Anyway, and so I thought it was kind of weird. And then she starts posting Instagram stories with one of her friends that is always in the chat of the TikTok, and I guess they were friends at one point. Spoilers, they're not friends anymore. And she posts a screenshot of like an Instagram conversation, and she's like, "This woman is fucking fake. Call her out." Blah blah blah. And I'm reading this story, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" So apparently, the friend decided to do what I couldn't do, Blessing, and was like, "Hey, it's kind of fucked up that you're asking me for money. Like, it's weird." She wasn't like calling out in a super, controversial or like get in your face type of way. It's just like, "Hey,
like, why are you doing this?"
it's kind of weird. Like, we're friends. I was probably gonna send you something anyway, but like for you to just straight up ask me for something is kind of weird. Not the best taste. You know what I mean? And I'm reading this story, and then she, a content creator, messages me because I'm assuming of my following, and it's like, hey, this woman is fucking pissing me off. She's fake. She's like, I need to weed out the fake people from my life. Call her out. Like, I need my community to call her out. And Greg, when I tell you that I've never been more scared in my life, I'm just like, hey, and so that I get like, hey, maybe she'll just apologize. I'm just like, I don't even know this woman, but I'm talking to her on Instagram. Dio's like, maybe just talk it out with her, and maybe just a misunderstanding. She's like, no, it's not a She sends me a voice memo back, and it's like, it's not.
All right. How many followers does this ASMR person have?
On Instagram, not a whole lot.
Okay.
On TikTok, a lot. And so she's talking to me. I think she's wanting me to leverage. She's using me to leverage like all of my Instagram followers to call out this person that I don't know who the fuck she is. And she like wants me to like, I don't know what she wants me to do. She wants me to like post about her and say like, stop following this woman. She's a fucking fake.
This feels like a preemptive. Andy's anticipating this ASM artist is still gonna post something about Andy, and Andy's warning us right now.
I'm so scared. And so like at this point, I'm like, hey, I mean, I don't really know what's going on in that community.
You were engaged?
Huh? Oh yeah, I responded back. I'm scared, Greg, and I'm talking back to the ASMRs, the popular one, and being like, hey, maybe y'all could just talk this out. It's kind of weird and awkward, but I don't
This
really
wasn't
know.
your fight. Just walk away.
But Greg, I just feel bad ignoring it. Like, what am I? And so, and then so she keeps on like posting stories of her followers. She's screen capping stories that her followers are posting on Instagram, where her followers are like attacking this person in their DMs, and she's like, thanks for fighting the good fight, thanks for sticking up for me. And then she's like posting videos of herself being like, that's what real friends fucking do, okay? They stand up for each other. I don't need any fake people in my life anymore. And I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't know what to do at this point. So I just kind of like let it go. I just ignore all of it. Sure. And then the woman she was attacking comes into my DMs and is like, hey, I see you in her chat a lot. Like, and by chat, it's like I gave her a couple dollars a couple times. So she's like, I see you in her chat. I need you to understand this woman was like a friend of mine. And now she's just stabbing me in the back like this. And I'm just terrified of all of it. I want no part of all of this.
Did you respond to her?
No, I didn't respond to the other friend. No, I just like.
I would have been like, hey, I'm on your side.
Complicated catfish, Like, I feel like these two accounts were created specifically to target Andy and like, completely ruin his life.
That's like when you're talking like what my anxiety goes through in that moment. I'm like, is this all a prank right now? No, it's not. But like, this feels very. So anyway, I got caught up in a lot of big drama, Greg, and I was very worried for.
I know you're trying not to reveal who the people are, but could you?
You wouldn't side on either thing, but now you're gonna give out their handles.
No, could you tell us like how many followers on TikTok does the popular ASM artist have?
I unfollowed them, so I'd have to go find them. Hold on.
Also, just to give an update, right? Because it wasn't the Resident Evil getting lost while Blessing was drunk post. It was the Elden Ring where the big hand comes out.
Oh yeah,
which pops off.
And I was not fucking with that.
And that post has definitely the most accounts reached compared to any other Blessing, co-post
Instagram post.
On Instagram.
And I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't post that one because you say a few bad words on there, and that was the one where you responded to me.
I was cussing up a storm. Yeah, I was saying a lot of words my mom would not have been happy with. You know what? I stand by it.
My mom will sometimes like, when we did like KFAF or like more of the visual shows that my dad would watch, because when we do the podcast, my dad's like, I don't really know what they're doing. But with more of the visual stuff like party mode, my mom would always tell my dad to like put on an Andy video, but like put it on mute because I don't want to listen to what he says. So they just say a bunch of gross shit. This woman has, I'm not gonna get too accurate with it, but she has like
above 1 million.
No.
Okay.
No.
Above 500,000.
No.
Okay.
Just
above
like many thousands, many thousands.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna say in the
just
80K.
keeping it broad and
I'm gonna say in the
Yeah,
80K range.
I'm gonna say 50K.
Because I know how weird our audience could be. Because goddamn, if I like, no matter
Sure.
Instagram's algorithm is very smart, and like, if you comment on something, people are gonna find your comment if they follow you.
Oh yeah.
I've been like, you know what I mean, Blessing? Like if I comment on a random video,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, like
kind
you
of funny
can't.
best friend will pop up and be like, "Whoa, Andy, I didn't know you're on TikTok." Or it'll be like, "Andy, you're being too horny right now." Like it's usually
Yeah,
one
no,
of those
100%. Yeah, like I'll say
Yeah.
something like that's like vaguely horny, and I'll get somebody responding like "blessing you," and I'm like, "You don't understand, all right? My TikTok algorithm knows." I saw Zach
Yeah.
Ryan the other day on TikTok. I was like, "Oh shit!" He was in the comments of I don't know if you guys know Che, who does like a lot of comedic TikToks, but like he's a kind of funny best friend who's like very big on TikTok, and like I follow him. I've followed him for a while, and he does like a lot of great stuff. But like I saw in his comments, I saw like Zach Ryan and a couple of other people, and I was like, oh shit, TikTok will really expose like the people you follow who are commenting on other
Instagram
things.
does the same thing, right? Where it'll show you the first likes will be from people you follow, or yeah, you're like friends, right? You're already connected to on certain posts or whatever. Because like I'll see that all the time, where I'll be going through like cosplayers I follow, and I'll be like, Andy Cortez like this. I'm like, oh man, Andy follows this person too. I would never know. You know what I mean? You know.
Oh no, like that I'm used to, but it's more of
Like TikTok, it'll be on your For You page though. Like you'll be scrolling through like for 10 minutes or whatever, and then click the comment section, and it's like, because it's your friend, it floats it to the top. But it's always, for me, it's always a surprise, and I'm like, oh shit, Andy's here. Like I saw Andy in like a Straw Hat Goofy comment section once talking shit about Black Panther, and I was like, don't you dare talk shit about Black Panther, you know?
It's like overrated movie. Michael B. Jordan carries the whole thing.
It's
Yeah.
very low on the kind of funny
Something like
ranking. It should be
Something
at
like
least
that.
top 5. So like, is that the end of the story? Like, did it go anywhere?
That's the end of it so far. That's the end of it so far. I'm thinking about refollowing just because.
Oof.
It's because here's the thing. Let me.
Is her content that good? Are you like, I miss it?
Yes, because a lot of
But don't you feel like a line has been crossed? Like you've gone from being anonymous.
Is it like a don't meet your heroes sort of thing?
This creator reached out and said, "Help me, Andy," and you were like, "Boosh," and ghosted. And now you come back, and I feel like now the response will be torn.
Yeah.
Now the response is literally going to be like, "Oh, look who comes crawling back."
Yeah.
I just don't
You're
think
gonna
I
be
can...
one of the people screenshotted and put into the Instagram story being like, this is a fake friend right here. You know, they unfollowed me and they followed me back.
I feel like now that you put it out into the world, it's 100% going to happen. Like she's going to screenshot you on her timeline. Or not her time, but on her stories.
And they'll be like, and that'll be the thing. Like, hey, everybody. It'll be like, hey, everybody in my stories. Remember that guy I was talking shit about? This weak-willed guy who wouldn't have my back in a fight and all this other stuff. Guess who's back to hear my voice and my tickety tap tap taps? You know what I mean? It's this guy, Andy Cortez.
And the thing is, Andy, like they wouldn't be wrong. You know, they wouldn't be wrong. And
They're
I think
totally right. Yeah,
and
I'm
I
very
think that's
weak.
what you're scared of.
Yeah.
You're scared of having the truth reflected on you.
But also, like so in the ASMR community, as a community member, how hard is it to transition to a new creator? Like, is it like, if somebody's in the kind of funny audience and they want to go listen to Giant Bomb, it's just not the same because we got the humor and we got the Greg Millers and they can't they just can't replicate it.
It's like this isn't gonna I shouldn't even make this comparison because I've never experienced, but I gotta assume it's like when your favorite chef at the restaurant you go to leaves to another restaurant. It's like it's never quite the same. That's
like me and my barber one time. Like there was a time when I lived in Seattle, there was a barber I used to go to and he was my main guy and he legit moved across the city. Like he couldn't move more further like on the other side of the city if he tried. And that added in like probably like a 20-minute drive. And when he first moved, I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to find a new barber. But then after my first time, like after trying to find a new barber, immediately I was like, no, I'm just gonna drive. I'm gonna make the drive because he knows me. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. It's like this particular ASMR person would never put her videos on YouTube. And so did I kind of follow her in hopes to convince her to put them on YouTube because I can't always make a live show? Yeah. Like I just like put them up on YouTube. I can watch it that way.
You followed to then send her that message?
I was hoping the conversation would steer towards that way, and now I'm like, she's never gonna get on YouTube because we never got there. You know what I mean? But like, because here's the thing, like, what's that?
So the conversation that she started about the giraffe, you hope you were gonna steer to YouTube?
Well, just at one point, just be like, hey, you should put your videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Like, is this up on YouTube? Because I see a lot of people.
I think the giraffe is like way far beyond that. That's like I think when you first follow her, you're watching her lives, hoping that like in the chat, it's like, oh,
did we figure out what a giraffe was?
I can look it up because I know
Honestly,
exactly what
at this
Andy's
point,
talking
I think
about.
it's drugs. I think it's drugs at this point.
Gotcha.
Greg.
Because I
Let me
know
look
exactly
it
because
up.
like I've seen it before when I enter TikTok lives and I'm like, what? Like people are like, oh, drop me a money bags or drop me a like whatever thing, and I'm like, what are you talking?
Yeah,
And then I realized that it's a different kind of way of tipping.
It's basically just bits. So instead of like somebody sending you 500 bits or 1,000 bits or 1,500 bits, all right, let me enter this person's ASMR. She's got like 1,000 viewers. I'm gonna go to gift, and under the gift section, there's like here we go. A rose is I think like a cent, like a single cent, and then like a panda face is maybe like I don't know. I'm assuming 5 cents, but then there's like a rabbit. And whenever you send these things, Greg, they'll like animate on the screen and do something cute. But like the rabbit is 1,999 bits or cents or whatever. So I gotta assume that's like $20 maybe. And then so I don't even know if a giraffe is a thing. We were just saying that, but like a swan is 700. There's a money gun thing that's like 500. So there's all these different little things that you could send your favorite creator, whether they're doing ASMR or whether they're talking Marvel, shit like that.
I enjoy the TikTok. I watch the TikTok, but I don't engage on it on this level of it, right?
Yeah.
So is this okay business? Is this an okay thing for TikTok creators to go to their followers and be like, "Hey, send me money"?
For how often they do. I also follow another guy named Know Better, Do Better, and this guy talks Lord of the Rings all the time. So he posts a lot of Lord of the Rings and Silmarillion type content, but then he also will go live and just kind of chat with people and just do like a Q&A because this guy's read like everything in the Tolkien estate, and so he knows it all. And I think he goes live pretty often, so I got to assume that they're making decent money. And then you can also point people to, hey, if you're not monetizing here, here's my Cash App, here's my Venmo. There's a lot of different options.
I mean, it's very much like Twitch, right? Where people are, people thrive off of making tips and off of user support. Like there would be TikTok. I used to follow this guy, Nino, who would do raps on TikTok, and it was the same rap every time, but it was fire, right? And like at the end of the video, he'd be like,
hell of a business.
And drop me the what? Like he would say like send me the whatever's, or like he would do a type of video where he would basically berate people who went to his Cash App and only sent him $4. And he'd be like, "Oh, this guy Tony only sent me $4. How dare you only send me $4, Tony?" And like would say the full username, and it's like, "Wink, wink, come send me money so I can berate you in front of everybody." Even though I've not seen a Nino video in a while, which worries me. I think he could be back in prison because he was in prison at one point.
Oh, wow.
Shout out Nino.
Can you not send video messages through this? Oh, you can send microphones
through TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo, my name's Greg Miller. Oh, this is just typing it out. I thought it was gonna be a voice memo. You're one of my most recent followers on TikTok, and so you should send KindaFunny money. Well, you should do that on Patreon or that's easy. Twitch is the other one. That's the other one. This is not a KindaFunny podcast, so like just okay.
This boomer trying to do.
There's
TikTok.
a 95% chance that person does not even know our content. He just followed Greg's TikTok.
You're just soliciting money out there, Greg? That's good.
You just told me this is a viable strategy on the thing.
I mean, I didn't say it was a good idea.
He really sent the message. Did you even spell check?
No, I'll read what it wrote. It says, "Hey, bro, my name is Greg Miller, and this is typing it out.
Is this a rap?
Oh, I thought I seen
Hey,
your
bro,
voice
my name
memo.
is Greg Miller.
Are you following? You're one of my most recent TikTok. So you should send KindaFunny money. You should do that on Patreon. Nora is a C. Twitch is the other one. That's the other one. It's not a KindaFunny podcast. So they just okay. I thought it was gonna be a voice memo. That's not good.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I had to follow him to do it. I'm gonna unfollow him.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a request.
Andy, have you thought about doing TikTok live stuff? Because that was one of my goals early on when I got TikTok. Because you had to have like I think 1,000 followers to actually do a live. I hit the 1,000 and I never did a live just because I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do a live for? What am I gonna talk about? But like it seems like for any up and coming TikTok creator, that seems to be like the goal for them is like they want to be able to just hang out with their audience or whatever on the platform. And
I think I look
like
the most unattractive on TikTok.
What?
So
really?
Yeah, I agree.
You think you look
that.
the most unattractive?
camera angles and
You put up a lot of your funny clips and you're playing the game.
You have Android, so I totally understand what you're talking about.
It's just a weird fucking angles blast. It's weird. No, I'm talking like camera angles and stuff, Craig. Like,
Yeah.
my Twitch clips are from my camera up here,
Uh-huh.
but on TikTok, I'm looking like that meme where it's like when you accidentally open the
Yeah,
front camera, I always look like that, no matter what angle I'm using.
There are people that are doing like weird shit on TikTok though, like different shit. You know, like there are people that do gameplay stuff where they capture like they put their phone angled at a mirror and the mirror is reflecting the gameplay, and then you see the person behind the mirror. Like people do crazy shit to actually make gameplay streams and other types of
Like, see what
content
what
work.
are you talking about? Like 90, like right, 90% of all your clips there on TikTok are just like they're your Twitch.
Yeah, but I mean like the phone, like using a phone camera to record
Yeah.
myself. I think the smartest thing that I've seen people do, and it's always, it's usually attractive women. I'm not trying to do the thing where it's like, oh, hot girls use their looks or whatever, because you know, people can be weird about that sort of thing. But they'll just record themselves sitting at their desk, or they'll have their phone just like on their desk recording them saying live on Twitch. And it'll redirect people towards the Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Which is like or just a smart way to let people know, your followers know, like, hey, I'm live right now. In case you didn't see the email, in case you didn't get the Twitch notification, come over here. Now, if I were to put my phone on my body, I would just look like a little fucking pud sitting in my chair or standing up. So I'm not trying to do
You
that.
gotta find a good angle. I think the thing that's rough, because then one of the reasons why I've not done as much is that when you got an Android, when you're using third-party apps and opening up your camera there, the quality usually suffers a little bit because the optimization that apps try to do for Androids is all-encompassing of all the different Android phones, and so the quality goes down as opposed to like you see an iPhone stream on TikTok and it's like, oh, this looks pristine because they're aiming at one line of iPhones.
Yeah.
And so like I would like to do shit on TikTok. I just don't know what to do with my TikTok. That's the other thing. Like I don't post often. I posted every now and then of just like random shit. Like I did early TikTok, or maybe not early TikTok, but early.
Hey everybody, we're live
TikTok.
on patreon.com/kindafunny. You should come watch it there.
Oh god. Early on. Is that a live? Wait, are you live on TikTok right now?
Yeah, you said they're using this to promote being live, so we're live.
Actually, this could be a smart idea.
See, okay, hold on. Nathan Wortman just joined. Nathan Wortman, you owe us money for watching this you owe it. Go to patreon.com/kindafunny, everybody. Andy's live together. See, Andy, we're doing it. Oh yeah, Andy, I'm inviting you to go live together. It's out.
I just wrote "fuck you, bitch" in the comments.
See, everybody, you don't know what Andy's made a funny joke at my expense, but you don't know that because you're not on Patreon. You're over there, you know.
Why does it say I'm joining with audio only?
Because you joined audio only. I don't know.
They didn't even ask me.
Blessing, this is a great chance. You get in here, we'll invite you, and then there we go.
I don't know if you could do 3 people.
But we only do. Oh, that sucks for you, man. Then you shouldn't talk the rest of the show while me and Andy talk.
Well, no, that's the point. That's the point, though, Greg. Is that like your TikTok followers
invite another host and go live together. I'm Blessing. I'm inviting you right now.
Here, Greg, I have 171 of these money things. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay.
Oh, I'll send you a paper crane.
Wait, hold
okay.
on.
No.
I think I just went live.
Oh, you have to go live. Okay. Yeah,
is there a way for you to invite me?
You sent me a June. Thank you.
I said.
Yeah, hold on. I got it. Multi-guest.
Also, I don't know what Andy's talking about the angle because like I'm looking at myself at this angle right now.
Yeah, but you're fit, dude. You're
fit.
You're like hot.
Andy's fit.
Okay.
No,
Andy
I'm
like
not
just
fit.
did a workout in boxing, thrilled the fight.
I haven't been fit in
Blessing,
3
you've
years.
been invited. You've been invited.
Have you invited? All right, how do I join?
Oh,
I think I have 25 people watching right now. By the way,
we're doing it, everybody. This is Patreon, and this is I see Andy. I 100% now I understand what you're talking about with the camera angles. Because it's down here. And
Yeah.
like I look like
You look like
I just came out of the woods.
No, but you always
here.
yeah, but like you look good, Greg. It's
I mean, I look great all the time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, of course you do.
I'm just saying, like,
wait, Greg. I'm not seeing your invite, and also I got a lot of people joining. Now I'm just sitting here staring at these.
What do you want me to do? I'm playing. We're learning together. I did the thing. I hit the button. I said,
"What's up?"
I hit the co-host button, and there's Blessing, and I say invite. Invited hosts can watch your live for a few seconds before they respond to your invitation. And then I said invite. You're inviting. It says waited for co-host.
Oh, I haven't seen. I'm
seconds.
seeing.
If you're joining us, there it is.
There it
okay.
is.
See, now Andy's not a co-host, so that's an interesting problem.
Now,
Yeah,
we have
it
more
let-
than 2.
It let me join just audio, which is weird. I don't know why, Greg. I'm very confused by Element.
Well, now it seems like you're gone.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm
I'm
man,
watching
this is-
YouTube now.
Hold on, this is fucking freaking me out. Look, don't change anything, Bless. In Blessing's thing, you can see his closet. I've never seen that.
Oh,
I've
you've
only
never
ever
seen
seen the
the
house from this
closet?
angle.
Yeah,
exclusive
yeah.
So then
TikTok
see
closet
if you're
angle.
you remember TikTok if
Yeah.
you're getting
See,
we're recording the
if
kind
you
of
see
funny
my
podcast.
room from any other angle, it ruins the whole thing.
The mystique,
Oh, I
yeah.
My
understand.
room
Yeah.
is only clean through this specific angle that you're seeing on the video.
James Moore 0707 says 2 giraffes coming your way, boys. Thank you. Of course, on the Patreon, we're talking about how Andy got into some trouble in the girls' DMs and a draft was involved, and so we're
Yeah.
figuring that out.
Can you see a wish list option? Can I like?
Is this where you put stuff up that you want fans to send you? Oh, Cameron
Yeah, I
Kennedy
want
just
fans
sent me
to
a
send me.
rose. What the fuck is this currency?
I still have money left over. Do
Do
you
I
want
get
another
any of this?
June, Greg?
Yeah, give me another June.
Oh, let me send you a pride flag. I'm gonna send you a pride flag.
Okay. Cameron Kennedy sent a rose, the first gift they've ever sent. Express your appreciation.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
Sent you a little pride flag. You see that?
No, Macho Man, Mr. Macho 419 just sent me 11 roses.
I just saw Tom Hoppus say, "You down in a rough house?"
I am. I mean, this could be the new thing. You know what I mean?
Is Greg getting all these gifts and I'm not getting anything?
Yeah, it's only Greg getting the gifts, but
What do I do with these gifts? Nothing.
You cash 'em out.
You cash them in for money or
Yeah.
something.
Get paid.
Huh.
I do think that like you got to pay taxes on them.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess
probably,
that's
there's
if
probably
you
a
make, like,
minimum
thousands.
amount that you have to be able to cash out.
I'm trying to get to the 10K followers, everybody. So follow me, because like I'm
How
almost
close
at
are you?
10K, and I'm like 1,200 away, 1,300 away,
Okay.
and that's when you can start to monetize, baby.
Hi, Kevin Craig, 89. Sorry, he's in the.
Jake Stepp in our Patreon chat says, "I can't believe TikTok is getting Patreon content for free. I demand a refund." But again,
Well, no,
they're only
technically-
getting a third of the Patreon content.
You're
because-
watching what's happening here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're getting to see it all happen. Oh, they got
Oh,
the little.
They got the bonk dog.
They got
that
the
is
horny
Bonk
bunk
Craig.
Shiba. Remember that guy, Andy? He's back.
Oh,
in
yeah.
book form.
That's cute.
This isn't gonna work.
No, it's
Oh,
working.
Oh, wait, it is.
There it is. There you go.
This is terrible audio content. I'm sorry.
We're stopping. We're stopping,
Audio
everybody. We've learned how to
listeners, right?
TikTok, and that's good. I'm hitting the power button. Yeah, and now there you go. We're done.
I'm
There
still
you
here.
go.
What's up, everybody? How's it
You
going?
have
I'm still-
more gifters than
Send me-
99% of
send me your
hosts listening or
giraffes.
following everybody. Thank you very much. Means a lot to me.
Wow.
I don't know how to turn this off. I feel like a grandpa.
Speaking,
So I'm teaching y'all stuff today. That's pretty cool.
you are, and I thank you for that. And speaking of teaching people stuff, ladies and gentlemen, remember I'm teaching you about patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can go to get your name read on the show, and you can go to get the show ad free, and you get it with the post show we do. And of course, you can go to get the show ad free, and you're not there. So here's a word from our sponsors. Are people still trying to make plans with you this summer as if you aren't booked and busy already? You're just gonna have to tell them to try again in the fall. You've got pool days, pride parades, bachelor parties, and beach vacations waiting for you, because when you're living your best life, the last thing you want to worry about is butt sweat. I'm Greg Miller, and my butt never sweats because I wear MeUndies. You've heard it a million times. I like MeUndies so much. With my first pair, I bought a whole bunch more and threw away the rest of my underwear. They're the best. MeUndies has the lightest, most breathable fabrics to keep you cool and comfortable wherever you go. From undies to bralettes to socks to loungewear to swimwear, you can find something for all your plans. MeUndies also releases new prints all the time, like their limited edition Pride collection. Find your ultimate summer comfort in sizes extra small to 4XL. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off. For a limited time, if you sign up for their free-to-join MeUndies membership, you get 25% off your first membership item. To get 15% off your first order, 25% off your first membership item, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed, go to MeUndies.com/kindafunny. That's MeUndies.com/kindafunny. No one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you've got bills due. Good thing there's Chime. Now you can get your paycheck up to 2 days earlier with direct deposit. That's up to 2 more days to save, pay bills, and generally just feel good about your money situation. But Chime is about more than just getting paid early. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. So what are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/KFgames. That's chime.com/KFgames. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank NA. Members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on your payer. All right, we're back.
We're back. I'm working. I was working. Sorry, I didn't go live because I'm also working on this little Sonic graphic for tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Sonic graphic.
Blessing.
We
Right.
never got a game developer on.
The show moved on.
Yeah. I talked about
we've
my
already been going
drama.
for 58 minutes. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
I
did
talked
have to
about my
charge
drama.
So the reason why I grabbed my VR was to like download what was it called, Thrill of the Ride. Download that.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster game. Thrill the
Download
ride.
that app, and then I realized that my VR headset was fully dead, even though I've not been using it. And so
That's a good
thankfully
question. I
caught it.
should
So
toss mine on
I'm
my
gonna be good for the
USB-C too.
post-show.
I'm worried about this question. And I think it'll open up a can of worms no matter what. All right.
Uh-oh.
But I'm worried about it because I have a feeling and I worry that Blessing will have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Andy, I expect you to have my back on this.
It's an age thing.
Is it gonna be something from like the 60s?
Cozy Bear, I wasn't allowed 60. Cozy Bear writes into patreon.com/kindafunny and says, what are some of your all-time favorite DVD/Blu-ray special features? Blessing, are you aware that like, DVDs had like extra things on them, special things? Was that popular for you kids?
Yes.
I mean,
We're
I was
not
young,
that
but yes.
young.
We had DVDs and we had special features. Though I honestly
Aaron,
I
I'm
don't know if I have
surprised.
an answer.
At least 3 times a week when I make some reference and none of you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I didn't know if you remember Easter eggs because immediately what I jumped to is X-Men. When I had the X-Men DVD, Christmas, I'm watching that movie over and over and over again. And when you'd hop around the menu and find the hidden things, there was one you'd find, and it was when they ran into a scene and they got pranked because a guy ran in behind them in the Spider-Man outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just announced the Spider-Man movie. It was just a shitty thing. He was like, I'm sorry, wrong set. And everybody laughed and clapped, and it was such a nice little moment.
Like
right.
the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone DVD special edition like had a whole like game around like Easter eggs in the menu and stuff, and then you'd go to Hogwarts and get sorted, and then like find the source. When you found the Sorcerer's Stone, that's where you found the deleted scenes of the movie and stuff like that. That was always a really cool one. And also just like I love not dev commentaries, director commentaries and stuff like that. There's one that I was trying to bring up specifically, and I forgot what it was, but yeah, director commentaries are always fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that like I always talk about it, and I don't know if I say always. A few times I've talked about it, right? Of like, I consider the first podcast I ever listened to was Kevin Smith, but it wasn't any of the ones he actually does. It was the Mallrats commentary. Because I remember watching that over and over again with my friend. Because also this is when DVDs were brand new, and I did not have a DVD player, so I'd go to my friend's Jason's house, who's making the BYWF documentary, and he had it. And I would I remember he'd go to the sleepovers, he'd end up going to bed, and I'd watch that again or watch it over and over again because I thought it was just the coolest shit of these clear friends hanging out who made a movie, sure, but like 90% of what they talking about had nothing to do with actually what was going on in the movie. It was just like fucking talking together. I thought this is the coolest thing.
Oh, you know what it was? The one that I'm thinking of is actually Simpsons. Because Simpsons season 10, I think there was an episode where Mark Hamill was a special guest, and they had him like do commentary for that episode. I remember that being cool, and him doing all of his like weird voices that he did for that show.
But it's one of those things where I just remember that being such an event. Like getting stuff and pouring over it and being so stoked for it and like buying a movie and then that DVD being like 18 hours of content. And nowadays, not a fucking chance. Like I don't. First off, I'm doing everything digital most part, but even when I do buy something, I of course pre-ordered and made sure I had the Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection the day it came out, right? Which has like everything in it. It's got the movies, obviously. It's got the mini art book. It's got all this
as hell.
Unreleased. Oh, hold on, Bless, because like when you pull it, it glows green. There's a light inside to make it actually glow green, like the trap or whatever. Yeah. Dope. So it's dope as hell as a collection, but there's so much cool shit on here and like stuff I haven't seen in years. And they have like the 1989 episode of the Oprah Winfrey Show of them all on there. And I remember this being a thing. My aunt tried so hard to get me into it because she had connections, but they didn't let kids in. And then like a year later or whatever, maybe that same year, no, the year later, they let kids in for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was so fucking pissed. But like stuff that I'm excited to watch, but I just have never. I don't think I've popped any of these discs, right? I bought Afterlife digitally, and I've watched it a bunch of times on Amazon, but like never have I done anything with this stuff.
I would say that I don't think any behind the scenes sort of thing comes close to the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Here we go.
Like for real, it is some of the best stuff ever. Where it's like, it doesn't even. Of course, there's all the making of stuff. It really does just feel like hanging out with the cast behind the scenes, and they're doing bits on camera because they're all just so lovable and funny. And there's like, it kind of goes off or viral every once in a while where there's like, oh yeah, there's that one behind the scenes video where they are talking shit to each other, playing a little prank on each other, and then there's the interviews where they would you would call in. I think it's like Elijah Wood he thinks he's talking to somebody else from the press, but it's really Billy Boyd, one of the guys who plays he plays Pippin, and he's just hearing a voice, but he's hearing Billy Boyd doing an accent, a German accent, and he thinks it's like an actual interviewer, but they're just fucking with him. It's just it's just tons of loaded of footage of just dudes hanging out, just being pals and shit. And then of course all of the cool behind the scenes just commentary on exactly what happened in that scene and how this dude was afraid of flying in helicopters, so he climbed the fucking mountains because he didn't want to ride in a helicopter all the way up there. It's just so dope, man. Like that's some of the best stuff out there.
Yeah, I don't know if I have like
it was Dom. It was Dominic Monaghan.
Oh, Dominic Monaghan, my bad.
I don't know if I have any like favorite special features that come to mind. Like the ones that immediately came to mind for me were like cartoon stuff of like Yu-Gi-Oh or like Pokemon, like like a bit older like kiddie anime stuff that would have extra songs, or like I remember there was a Yu-Gi-Oh disc specifically that I forget if it was a special edition thing or if it was like a disc that came in a cereal box or something, where it was like, oh yeah, here's like a puzzle you can solve that would be like kind of like solving the Millennium Puzzle, and if you did it, you got access to like a bonus Yu-Gi-Oh rap. That was my jam, and I used to listen to that over and over again. And there was like a similar.
I need that hotness. I need that bonus Yu-Gi-Oh rap.
Yeah, give me that Yu-Gi-Oh fire right there. And like I think there was a similar Pokemon thing. I'm sure in the Pokemon like movie discs, there was probably like the Poke Rap Part 2 or some shit, and like stuff like that I really dug. But the things that I remember the most, honestly, from those DVDs were bloopers. Like bloopers are always some of my favorite things that I needed to watch on any DVD that included them. And like I probably to me that my favorite blooper reel
Rush Hour.
Yep, Rush Hour 2.
Yes,
specifically like
come on, of course.
And that was, I don't know if that was a special movie. That might have been the credits.
He's
but
not
like,
gonna be in Rush Hour 3. That was credits. You're right. That was credits.
That might have been credits. Yeah, but like that was my favorite. What I still think is the height of comedy. I don't know if I've experienced anything funnier of the dude falling out of the top story building, landing on a car, and then Chris Tucker going, "Damn, he's not gonna be in Rush Hour 3." I've never laughed harder at anything in my life than that blooper.
That's just like, I mean, we're not turning this into the Rush Hour podcast, even though we should do Rush Hour in review. Stop being a coward, Tim Geddes.
And
but
Shanghai
like,
Nights
100%.
and Shanghai Noon.
You watch those movies and just like, what an amazing thing to see a friendship like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan's develop on screen like that. You know, both in the screen, on the screen, on the page, I should say, on the screen, and then clearly with them as actors, and you watch them go on.
Their chemistry is off the chain. Exactly. Right? Like I feel like there are very few buddy cop movies that live up to that level of, oh, these guys are just perfect on screen with each other. And like I think like a lot of it, I'm sure it does not age well nowadays. Like even thinking back to certain jokes that they had in Rush Hour, I don't know if you can get away with today, but I would love to see them like if they ever want to do a Rush Hour 4, see how they can do it in 2022 and still keep it. Because like
old, man. Jackie
I'm sure they are.
But Jackie Chan still got it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's still limber, and Chris Tucker, I'm sure is still Chris Tucker.
I don't think he can do that anymore.
I
haven't heard from Chris Tucker. Whatever happened to him?
He was just in something too.
Chris or Jackie?
No,
Jackie Chan was in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
People were saying they wanted Jackie Chan in the next Shang-Chi movie. I forget what role they wanted him to play, but they wanted him in there.
Well, he was supposed to be. Everything Everywhere All at Once was originally written for him specifically, and he turned it down.
Dumbass.
He's still in stuff.
Just went from praising him, calling him a dumbass.
Yeah, I looked up Chris Tucker's filmography. He's not been in shit in a minute, right? Like he did Rush Hour 3 in 2007, and then he was in Silver Linings Playbook in 2012, and then also he was in Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, which I've never heard of, in 2016, and that's it for movies. And then as far as television, he hosted a Netflix special in 2015, and then in 2020. I guess he was in like some like documentary type shit, but like that's about it. Chris Tucker's not been around for a minute.
The movie that I was thinking about with Jackie Chan was The Foreigner, which was 5 years ago. I thought this came out like, I don't know. Like if you asked me, it was like, oh, it came out like 6 months ago or something, man. So yeah, maybe Jackie Chan doesn't quite have it anymore. But yeah, he was like doing like, he was kind of leaning into like how old he was and stuff like that.
Guys, I'm on WeGotThisCovered.com. They're writing about what happened to Chris Tucker. In an exclusive interview with the Georgia Straight in 2014, Tucker revealed that due to his Christian religion, he'd become more watchful of his language, as well as the content he intended to put out in future stand-up shows. Quote, I never was a raunchy comic, but I didn't think about what I was saying because I was young. Being a Christian helps me in comedy. Sorry, this thing resized. I have to talk about other stuff. Normally, most comics talk about easy stuff, maybe cussing or saying something raunchy. I have to dig deeper to find something that's still funny and not raunchy. It's harder. I like the challenge. The actor has famously turned down roles due to his religion, most notably with the sequel to the cult classic Friday. Tucker had revealed the reason why when he did not return for the sequels during a conversation with All Urban Central in November last year. Back then, I got to tell you, one of the reasons why I didn't do the second one was because of the weed. I said, man, that movie became a phenomenon. I don't want everybody smoking weed. And I never really told people this because I kind of forgot about it. But it was one of the reasons I didn't do it, because I said, I don't want to represent everyone smoking weed, end quote. By December last year, Ice Cube confirmed in a tweet that Tucker had refused to reprise his role as Smokey in Friday due to religious reasons.
Wow.
We were ready, Ice Cube said we were ready to pay Chris Tucker $10 to $12 million to do next Friday, but he turned us down for some religious reasons. He didn't want to cuss or smoke weed on camera anymore.
Wow.
I mean,
at least he stands by.
Jesus Christ put weed on the planet, you know?
Yeah, no, right. Well, it's legal now. What are you gonna do, Chris? You know?
Yeah.
Like, at least he stands by his morals, because that's to turn down $10 million because you didn't want to cuss.
That also makes me feel better, Blessing, because I think generally when we don't see somebody on screen for all, we assume they're struggling and they wish they could be cast in something. But yeah, this at first I just thought like, oh, he's not getting roles because he's not popular. Nobody wants him. Like that's immediately where my mind goes whenever somebody hasn't been in anything in a while. So I don't know, that's good to know, but good for him for sticking by that.
Closing graph here is interesting. Even though Tucker has been plagued with tax problems in the past decade, he was not forced out of film or comedy. In 2015, he started his very own Netflix stand-up special, Chris Tucker Live. Fans were glad to see his face and hear his jokes again, albeit ones that were less raunchy. In 2019, fans had begun to anticipate the announcement of a fourth Rush Hour film after Tucker posted a photo on Instagram of he and Chan holding up 4 fingers. However, Jackie Chan's team quickly released a statement denying his involvement in the film at the time. Currently, the actor seems to be on another break from the spotlight. Not really reporting there as much as just like
him and Jackie Chan holding up the number 4 to a camera is suspicious. That sounds like they were talking about it at the very least, doing something.
I'm going to send you the image so we can see how clear that this is clearly. They're clearly referencing something here. You know what I mean?
I gotta see the picture of them holding
it's coming here in a second. Let me tell you, it's damning. This is a damning.
This is a damning
also,
imagery.
like how long ago was this? This was 3 years ago. Apparently.
Yeah, this is April 2019.
I'm sure it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, they were for sure working on Rush Hour 4. Are you kidding me?
It must have been like a joke he did. He's like, let's take a thing, and then Jackie Chan's like, sure, whatever. And then it was like, whoa, everybody's freaking out about this.
Oh, cool.
Now here we go. Chris Tucker, it's sold out. Friday, June 3rd. He's still doing comedy. He's still out there doing the comedy.
That's like if all the developers of Half-Life post a picture of them all holding up a 3.
Now, I don't want to get nuts about anything here. We've said over and over again, we need a fourth, right? When we started, we said we needed a fourth, right? We didn't. We fucking crushed this show. Everybody's had a great time. We've expanded our TikTok footprint for all 3 of us by tenfold. I'm on Chris Tucker's Instagram. As I told you already, Instagram, shows all the information. First person I see here, Chris Tucker, followed by SisQo. Do you think if we text SisQo and we ask, hey, SisQo, can we call you and you call Chris Tucker? You think he says yes and we have Chris Tucker on the show?
Does it say SisQo followed by Chris Tucker?
Okay, great, good call. I've officially followed. I've followed Chris Tucker. I would assume the algorithm's fast enough for me to do this, but I'm doing. I'm clicking on SisQo. We're going to SisQo's profile.
You can also search through people's follows and.
You're right. Followed by Megaran, Max Scoville, these other people, and I don't want to.
I think you could type in like Chris Tucker
into his followers.
Yeah, you can.
No.
You can.
You're overestimating.
You can't do that on where I am. I'm on the web. I'm not on the mobile version. If
I'm
that
looking.
matters.
I'm on it. Chris Tucker.
So while you're doing that, you know who else seems to be doing pretty well? Cat Williams. We've made fun of Cat Williams.
I was gonna go. Yeah, I was like, the last time we talked about Cat Williams, like when that 16-year-old beat his ass.
Yeah,
we watched the clip. I don't know if we ever. Yeah, okay.
We've watched that clip multiple times, and I think we've always used that as evidence that Cat Williams just went down a dark path. But he released a stand-up special very recently this year, Cat Williams, and I watched it the other day. And I was surprised. I was like, yo, Cat Williams is doing great. Like the stand-up special was fine. It was I would say it was good. It was a good stand-up special. I got a couple of chuckles in. But he was like performing, like he was delivering, and he was making like really good political commentary and doing all that. So shout out to Cat Williams.
Chris Tucker does not follow SisQo. And yes, you can search on
It's probably a mobile,
on the app.
Mobile thing.
Yeah, on the
Here's one of those things that's scary every time. So Chris Tucker has christucker.com on his thing. So I click on it, right? And then it was like, hold on, we're loading one thing. And then I'm on freecaptcha.top/robot/. Please click allow to confirm that you are not a robot. I am not that interested in seeing work. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? What is this shenanigans?
Yeah, I don't like this, Greggy. I don't like this. Get me out of here.
This is interesting too now.
looks dangerous.
But we can join the Chris Tucker fan club by texting Tucker to 9049.
Just text back.
What are we,
What are the-
90s?
How often does that get updated? Like, what's the frequency on getting any updates there?
I think the question is, does SisQo have Chris Tucker's number? And I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not.
Okay, you're saying no.
I'm saying no.
Andy Cortez, what do you say?
I'm gonna say no as well.
I'm gonna say yes. Barrett, do you want to vote?
I'm going to say...
I'd love it if you abstained.
I'm going to abstain.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah, I have nothing to say at this time without my lawyer present.
Because I think SisQo could get in contact with Chris Tucker if he tried.
That's not the question. That wasn't what you're saying.
But yeah, number, no, I don't think he has a number.
Answer SisQo.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, SisQo? You're on the Kind of Funny podcast. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's up?
We've been playing a weird game of, you know how the podcast goes. We're down the rabbit hole. How did we get here? No one really knows anymore. But we've been talking about algorithms and what Instagram and TikTok shows you and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. We eventually got to talking about Chris Tucker. And I see that on Instagram, you follow Chris Tucker. And so now the question is, this is how the podcast works, is, you know, we're not asking for it. We're not asking you to do anything. But now the question is, do you have Chris Tucker's phone number?
No.
All right.
Because we didn't work together since '98, back when we did the first single for Rush Hour.
Wait,
Yeah,
really?
that checks. That
As a
checks.
matter of fact, I hung out more with Jackie Chan than I did with Chris Tucker.
That's fucking awesome. That's
cool.
an
That's
amazing
fucking
story.
amazing.
Yeah. I think Andy and Bless were in the same boat of thinking that. I just think that you're SisQo and everyone should know you, so you would know everybody.
Oh,
and have
yeah. I mean, I could get in touch with him. I mean, do you need me to get in touch with him?
No. We were just, it was one of those things that now it just boiled down to the question of like, well, if you want to get in touch with Jackie Chan for us, we're all about that. I mean, that's probably, if you have his number, to three-way call him in right now.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah,
I wish.
yeah.
I had shark fin soup with Jackie Chan and his bodyguard.
That's awesome.
Sounds
Was he
Is
as cool? Is he awesome? He seems like he'd be awesome.
Bro, he was like super cool. And man, it was an awesome experience. You know that part in the movie, I think it was Rush Hour 2, when they had all of those masseuses with when they went into the masseuse thing with all of the girls. Yeah, that's real life.
Okay. All right. Well, SisQo, thank you so much. We miss you and love you.
My pleasure. Love you too, man.
All right, bye. What a nice young man.
I love that he's just readily available. It's awesome.
SisQo knows.
You know who did you have on the show recently? I wasn't on the podcast. Huh?
Mojo, Run Funches.
No, there was somebody on the podcast, like when I say recently, maybe it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. But all you did,
Dr. Lupo.
Eric, you just asked them about people they know in the industry.
Oh, Eric Goldman, formerly
Goldman.
of IGN, now Fandom.
yeah.
And I feel like you need to have that type of podcast with SisQo, where it's just things you've done and people you've hung out with and seen. Because I feel like we talked to SisQo a lot about SisQo, but not enough about like, hey, give us the cool shit, SisQo. Like, we want to hear everything we want to hear about that time that you and Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were at the premiere for Batman Forever or some shit like that. You know,
For sure. Yeah. I mean, we can do that. We'll set that up. We can get SisQo in here next week to do that.
that could be cool. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Can I come back?
Works.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
And we've all admitted that, Nick and Tim are dead weight.
Finally, god damn.
You know what
I've
I
been
mean?
waiting for us to say that out loud.
Nick has one functional eye.
2 functional.
Well,
brain
that's
cells.
combining them. Like they've both been reduced to 50%, so you combine them into one eye. That's
Like
how it works
Cyclops.
over there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table to hang out with each other and have a good time. If you like hanging out with us and having a good time, head on over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you could have watched us call SisQo live. You could get your name read. You could be hanging out and having a great time and getting ready for the post show where we're going to do a boxing thing and see how tired we get. Of course, if you have no bucks, toss our way at patreon.com/kindafunny. It's no big deal. You can head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe each and every week to get a brand spanking new episode of Friends Being Friends. Remember, of course, if you're going to buy into this new Fortnite season, use the Epic creator code KindaFunny. If you're just buying stuff in the Epic Game Store, it works there too. Or if you're playing something like Fall Guys, it works there too. Wherever you can enter that code, go ahead and enter it. Sometimes when you're checking out at a random site, just put KindaFunny in the promo code thing. Maybe we have a sponsorship, maybe we don't. Saves you some money if it does. Otherwise, it wastes your time. It depends on how you want to do it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we got a post show to do. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.